Alright, you made it. I wasn't sure you were brave enough to face the downtown traffic, but here you are, already pulling the impossible off. Come on, sit, wherever feels comfortable. So, this is the full file for your case. I went through it twice this afternoon. I know I said once, but I wasn't happy with the first pass. I like to know my clients, really know them, not just what's in the paperwork. I even went through everything you sent me, the statements, the timelines, the messages. It's a lot, but it's manageable. You didn't do nearly as wrong as you think you did. Don't look so shocked. I'm supposed to say reassuring things, remember? I am legally obligated to not let you panic. So, before we get into the strategy, can I ask how you're holding up? Honestly, makes my job easier, so take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. That lines up with what I thought. You tend to be a lot sharper than you pretend that you are. Yes, that's a compliment. Don't pretend to be startled. Alright, the case. Let's start at the top. Your timeline makes sense. Your statement, clean, simple, nothing messy. But the witness report, well, let's just say your witness writes like they're auditioning to narrate a crime documentary. Here, the part they say you respond with an unusual level of composure. What the hell does that even mean? You stood there not screaming and now you're suspicious. People really need to calm down with the dramatics. Tell me in your own words how you remember that moment. Hmm. The biggest problem is that they're trying to twist your intentions. They're focusing on the worst interpretation instead of the most reasonable one. But we can counter that. If we build a timeline showing consistency and motive, we can make their angle look flimsy. Look, the case isn't hopeless. You came to me early, you've been honest, and you didn't try to patch the holes with the duct tape. I can work with that. Actually, I can work really well with that. I know, I'm being a little intense. Here, sparkling water. No alcohol yet. I've learned my lesson about offering drinks before we get to the heavy stuff. Although, if you want something stronger later, I do have a bottle tucked away. Anyway, this message on the third contradicts what they're accusing you of. It shows intention, clarity, and proof that you tried to handle things the right way. If you testify with that same tone you're using right now, calm but firm, you'll come across exactly the way you need to. And yes, I'll help you prep. You're stuck with me for a while, so I hope you can handle that. How long you been dealing with all this? Must be exhausting. No wonder you keep rubbing the back of your neck like you're trying to undo stress. Alright, stand up for a sec. Not for anything weird, just look at the whiteboard with me. So, here's the layout of the argument. This part's our strongest angle. This one over here needs more foundation. In this section, this is where your charming witness might set the courtroom on fire. Metaphorically. Okay, I'm gonna prep you for each part. We'll work on the tone, clarity, confidence. I'm not gonna throw you in half ready. I don't do that. You know, you make this too easy. Most people fight me every inch of the way. And you actually listen. And I kinda like that. Not professionally, well, professionally, but also, you know what? You didn't hear that part. Anyway, we've been at this for a while. Your brain is probably turning into warm oatmeal. I usually don't suggest this to clients, but tonight feel like it's been 3 pages too long. A lot of legal work. You're ready for a real drink. Strictly off the record, just to decompress. There we go. Much better atmosphere for talking like actual humans. No pressure, no legal documents, no overhead lighting designed by Satanists. So, tell me something that's not in your file. Something real. I'll go first. I never wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a forensic anthropologist. Surprised? Everyone is. It's your turn. Hmm, that's cute. Unexpected. Very you. I'm starting to get a better picture of how your brain works. It makes sense why you handled everything the way you did. You're decent company. We should probably wrap up soon. I still need to prep some notes for tomorrow. But I'm thinking we meet again, same day next week. Maybe same place after if we don't hate each other by then. It's a serious kind of case, and I work my best when I actually know the person I'm defending, so deal? Good. Let's win this thing.